I wanted to bring up a financial impact example because it's critical. We all get, okay, this AI should be able to help improve the real KPIs, but it does. It is directly relevant to the downtimes, the deviations, to quality, and to delivery, making use, overall utilization, your scheduled time, your unplanned downtime. And as Jason, as you said, you shared, one of your disappointments is that there's a lot of the things factories need to do are in fact there in your tool, and you have the data, you have the reports, and this can be often true in the Fuji dashboards as well, but the factory simply has run out of time to use them. And back to the retiring experts, it's getting worse, not easier. And so it's getting harder to spend time using these reports. And so what's happened here, this is a factory in China. This one was doing electronics, SMT for automotive application. It's a very good factory. And I picked the Chinese example on purpose because a lot of people think this is purely an American phenomenon, that we're having people retire. We're the only country struggling with this. That's not the case, right? This is happening, in fact, all over the world. It's extremely acute here in the US, but it's even true in China and in other places around the world too. This is a factory in China. And they have an MES system. They've got a good system in place. They have tools to detect downtimes, but they've used it as much as they can till they got to get back to their day. What we've implemented over the time range, especially after the shaded blue area, so we were setting up in this period, and after this period, we've introduced these AI tools that are helping them label the downtime. So what's the cause of my downtime? Is it machine? Is it a method? 4Ms plus E's. Classic idea, but with less labor. They don't have to have their people do every single part of the labeling, which of course results in them often skipping it because they don't have time. And then at the end of the day, the end of the week, they look at the report and it's half empty. We didn't get really a chance to label it. How should we improve? I don't know, right? When you have an AI system, in the moment, it can be labeled with root cause. So I fix it immediately faster. And at the end of the week, everything was labeled for me. So I can just get straight to looking into the root cause using the specific reports and data that are there in the structured MES and in the machines to make progress because they were read for me in real time. And you see in this particular case, we got down 2 hours per line per week from 4.2 to 2.2 hours. And this was worth $1.1 million in this factory. The other thing that's not shown on this slide that we measure is, back to this example with Fuji, this message we call a guided action at Arch. So somebody should take action on this. They should go and inspect and adjust the feeder. Or in the case, together with ARIA system, how do you solve the downtime? How do you solve the quality issue? Or possibly machine data through Aegis as well, similar use case. These are a guided action. And we can also measure exactly how many actions the factory is completing. So we actually do know the difference. If a factory just got lucky and their KPIs are improving, but they didn't actually use our AI, we see that and we discount those. So this factory example that I'm giving you is completing about 15 actions per line per week. They're completing them successfully with the guidance, and we're seeing a strong correlation. And not showed here, we don't like this part, but we've seen it, that factory, stopped using guidance, and we've seen the down back up. So we know it is highly correlated to their ability to do it. We know that data, we know it from being in person with them, and the savings can be significant.